All right, let's get right into it, family. Peace, love, light, eternity. To every single one of you guys tuning in, man. It's been about a week since I've been live. Feels like forever. Got people reaching out, yo, where you been? You okay? And every day we're, used to going live and just providing value, but been doing a lot of things on the back end, and a lot of things have transpired since, right? Everybody sees right now that the Social Security number and Social Security, has just been breached. Many people have been affected from this or are going to be affected from this very soon. With these hackers that have gone out and stolen many people's identity and using these individuals' identity. And so I'm gonna give you guys the steps today on this live to go ahead and make sure that you guys are able to, you know, get these accounts taken care of if they've opened up any accounts. I don't know how many times they've opened up checking accounts, right? Bank accounts. How many of y'all have ever had, even if it's not a hacker, somebody that back in the day told you, yo, I can run a bank play and I could get you 30K, 50K, I could do this for you, I can get you this amount of money. All right, so that's what we're going to be covering today. I'm going to show you guys how to take care of them, and it may not be shown on your credit report, but it may be affecting you from opening up bank accounts and stuff in the near future, or in the past if you've previously, tried to open up some and been denied. I'm going to show you guys as to why. And all in all, recently today, I'm going to show you guys how today, with individuals' social security numbers being stolen, it's going to make your job even more simple with getting deletions from your guys' consumer report. So right now, I mean, even as a whole, like I could see even a reset coming, and the whole credit system just being wiped because if billions of individuals, consumers, millions of individuals, consumers, their social security's been breached, then there's no telling as to what these hackers have applied for, what they've opened up for. That includes inquiries, that includes any open account that may have closed after they got the loan, etc. So we're gonna dive right into that today. I'm gonna show you guys how to take care of it. Not only take care of it, get it removed, but how to get paid from this as well too. Today as well too, I'm gonna give you guys a little insight as well on how to get rid of charge-offs and collection accounts, repossessions, evictions, right? Things as such along those lines. Student loans. I'm gonna show you guys how to get these removed. That much more simple towards the end of this call. The beginning of it, we're going to be really going in depth with showing you guys and educating you guys more about, what this means for everybody's, and just as a whole, how we can be able to capitalize off of this time right now that we're in, being that there are hackers out there that have stolen, our social security number. And I'm going to show you guys what to do, what reports to file. And, you don't got to know consumer law like the back of your hands, but, at all, but you do got to understand that, you know, your identity theft is taking place. And from there being identity theft, you could file an identity theft report. There's other, reports that you can pull and get your information removed from these reports and these consumer reporting agencies, right? These agencies that are furnishing your information, which is therefore from there, Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion are purchasing that debt or the furnishing of this information from these other consumer reporting agencies, and they're therefore furnishing it on Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion, and it's showing and reflecting as such, but it's coming from, and all their verification and validation is coming from, right, these other reporting agencies. I'm going to show you guys to go out and pull, but before we do, I'm going to show you guys as well too, some of my clients that have been getting deletions just because of everything that we've got going on right now, right? They had one account that was deleted, and then they got a response saying that two of the accounts were verified. So I'm going to show you guys a letter that I helped them draft up to help show you guys if you guys are getting letters back from these reporting agencies stating, that account has been verified. I'm going to show you guys exactly such. So and how to get rid of them, in the time that we're in right now. Like, this is truly a time to be able to execute and get these accounts removed, but not only removed, but get paid from them as well, because of all of the data breach, that has been taking place. So let's hop right into it. Let's see. All right, let me send this link out as well too. But before I do, let me show y'all this real quick. So I'll talk about right now is not only a time to get these accounts deleted, but to get paid from these deletions as well too. So let me show you guys exactly what I mean. Let me share my screen with you guys. So this was just back in 2017. All right, so this was back in 2017. 575 million was being paid out to consumers, because of a data breach. All right, so imagine right now billions of consumers Social Security has been breached, their data has been breached. So imagine the types of funds that are going to be getting paid out, from this breach. So this is back in 2017. We can see right here that Equifax to pay 575 million as a part settlement with the FTC, CFPB, and estates related to the 2017 data breach. So this is back, in 2017. So this isn't something that's new. This has been taking place. The hackers targeted social security numbers, right? Dates of birth, and other sensitive information, mostly from consumers who purchase products from Equifax, such as credit scores, credit monitoring, or identity theft prevention services. I wouldn't be surprised if these hackers were themselves Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion, because 575 million is nothing compared to the billions of dollars that these corporations are getting paid out. I was just looking right now online. If we look up Wells Fargo, BBB, it'll tell you how much money these banks make, right? And a lot of people are unaware that Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion are also a financial institution as well too. They themselves are also a financial institution. I believe it's this one. Or maybe it was through the. I looked in a couple places. Dun and Bradstreet. So give her some time to load while she is. Let me send this link out. You guys know anybody else as well too? Maybe that may be going through this as well. Make sure to send this out to them. Whether you guys are here live streamed, with you guys are watching the recording. Once again, 82 billion. That's just on record. All right, that's just on record. 82 billion. So if we come here once again, just continuing to see that there's going to be that money's going to be having to get paid out for data breach. And at the end of the day, there's no way of them verifying or validating that any of this information and reporting of these accounts are accurate, and they have a grave responsibility to report fairly and accurately. And this is all stated within congressional findings in laws put in place and that have been passed for decades by Congress. So this isn't something that's fairly new. I'm just here to show you guys and break down. And this is once again in 2017, and we seen what came later, a couple years down the road. So I definitely see with this data breach and billions of individuals being affected by such, not a lot of people are going to be getting paid out from such. So wanted to just show you guys such really quick. We could see a day ago that the National Public Data Breach shows urgent need for CFPB to regulate the data brokers. All right, so this was just yesterday. Once the CFPB does regulate them, imagine what's going to come out of this. Imagine what's going to come out of this, y'all. Imagine the millions to billions of dollars that, Equifax, Experian, all of these financial institutions are going to be having to pay out. And that's the thing, once again, Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion are financial institutions. Furthermore, if we come here to 15 USC 6801, this is a whole chapter that governs the protection of non-public personal information. This is the Graham-Leach-Bailey Act. So we've been talking about this pretty heavily throughout a couple of the lives not too long ago. But, right now, this is more than applicable with everything that's taking place and how non-public personal information is being furnished and how these financial institutions, and this is specifically for financial institutions right here as well too. You guys can come here, see each financial institution has an affirmative and continuing obligation to respect the privacy of its customers and to protect the security and the confidentiality of those customers' non-public personal information. And we can see the term non-public personal information and how Congress defines it. And if it's defined, that means it's for you guys, right? It's for us to know. And so what I want you guys to understand is that there's going to be lots of money being paid out. So, I'm going to give you guys the steps to go out and take action on not only getting them deleted, but getting remedy for such as well too. So yeah, definitely the CFPB is going to be regulating these data brokers, and as they do come to their conclusion, some big things are going to be taking place. So let's read through this. In September of 2023, the CFPB outlined a proposal to regulate data brokers such as NPD by treating them as a consumer reporting agency under the FCRA, right? Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. I'm about to make a short over this. This just dropped yesterday. Like, there's no reason as to how this video right here shouldn't be going and getting millions of views, after we post this, live recording, because I promise y'all I could be helping these millions of individuals whom are out there, being affected from this data breach. So this was just yesterday. Let's read through it all, man. Okay. But y'all see the FCRA, what we're just talking about. Let me show y'all real quick. Talked about fairness and that they have a grave responsibility to report fair and accurate. I'd be lying to say, I'm just making this stuff up. Inaccurate credit reports directly impair the efficiency of the banking system. So there's going to be a lot more inaccurate reporting, and it's affecting the efficiency of the banking system. So a lot of banks are going to be going through having to pay out millions, hundreds of millions of dollars. A lot may go bankrupt even, right? They may file for bankruptcy with what's about to take place. Unfair credit reporting methods undermine the public confidence, which is essential to the continued functioning of the banking system. If we understand that, and if our confidence in the banking system is no longer trusted with these banks, there is no continued functioning of the banking system. That's why right now as well too, let me show you guys this as well too, what other countries are out there doing in the world as well too. Right, almost 160 countries will adopt a new BRICS payment system. Right, it's called BRICS Pay. How many of y'all, drop a one in the chat box if y'all have heard of this? Drop a one in the chat box if y'all have heard of this. Who's heard of BRICS Pay? Right, this is something that's new that recently just 160 countries will adopt a new BRICS payment. That should tell y'all something. That should tell you guys that, the dollar, which has been dominating for, some time now, is coming to an end. And there's gonna be having to be a shift, of some kind. And if we further come here to the markets, I haven't checked them in a minute, but we can see that some things are taking place in the markets, man. I've been a day trader since 2019. This what got me really into the financial space is these markets. But I got whooped up about 2 months ago, and I was like, yo, I need to take a mental break. Can't lie to y'all. Airlines coming down. American would be a great stock to buy as we reach down here. Even right now at the 61 fib level, banks are going to be taking huge declines. I see, lots of things are going to be very bearish here in the near future, to say the least, right? That's just my stock list. I'm not too big of a stock trader, more index. This isn't my main account right here. This is my old, so more index trader. Once again, monthly time frame, huge wick. Even this wick right here, I see a doji as well too, but we got a lot to fill down here. We've been on a bullish trend for some time now, and I definitely see, this pullback to continue to obviously rise in the future. But, with BRICS Pay coming out, with billions of individuals, Social Security being breached, things are going to be changing and taking place here within this economy. Drop a 3 in the chat box if you can also agree that you see big changes taking place and lots of money, and with more money, millions of dollars being paid out to consumers. All right, there's going to be, to those consumers though that are aware. Otherwise, the CFPB will collect it, and that's the thing as well too. That's why I want to show you guys how you guys can go out and get your guys' piece of that pie. I want to show you guys how you guys can go out and make sure that that you guys are getting reparations for these breaches that are taking place. Because if y'all knew what took place in 2017, y'all would have capitalized off of that breach and the $578 million that is being paid out to consumers. Right, the CFPB is collecting on our behalf to pay us out. That's why we file CFPB complaints. Right, so I'm gonna come here. I love the threes. All right, so in September of 2023, the CFPB outlined a proposal to regulate data brokers such as NPD by treating them as a consumer reporting agency under the FCRA. Regulating data brokers under the FCRA would require them to follow safeguard rules issued by the FTC. This is also why we file FTC reports, which would require an NPD to establish and maintain an information security program. FCRA coverage would also require NPD to ensure. I don't even know what NPD is, honestly. See, we about to learn something together right now. National Public Data. All right. .gov. Let's see. NPS, not NPD, my boy. Narcissistic personality disorder. There's a lot of those. Oh, y'all can't see my screen. So no NPD.gov, but the NPD is the National Public Data. Right, so let's see this. All right, I'll read through this later on today. See, I'm always learning myself, man. I'm a student myself. If you guys are tuned in, we got 8 people streamed in here right now. Let's share this live with 3 individuals right now, and let's make sure we're doing our part. I have yet to share this with my. Let me invite some people. All right, let me drop this. All right, so let's go ahead and continue with the live. So coming back to the article, the FCRA coverage would also require NPD to ensure that anyone seeking to obtain records from the company have a permissible purpose. Yo, I love this article right here. I haven't even read this, honestly. Come on. Come on, man. If my teachings ain't bulletproof, man, I don't know what is at this point. And that's the thing. My teachings are just teachings from public law. That's all public information. CornellLaw.edu. It ain't no billionairesclub.com, creditguide.com. This law.cornell.edu. Y'all can go anywhere. Y'all can purchase, a book as such. That's giving you guys the law. And once you guys understand the law, you understand that you have and hold all of the power. Permissible purpose though. Come on, y'all. Under the FCRA, such as an application for credit or employment by the consumer, and follow procedures to ensure accuracy of its information. The massive data breach at National Public Data demonstrates why the CFPB must proceed quickly with regulating data brokers under the FCRA, said Chi Wu. Data brokers hold massive amounts of personal information for millions of Americans. which can be weaponized against us when stolen. Data brokers hold massive amounts of personal information for millions of Americans, which can be weaponized against us when it's stolen. They're all working together as well, so they're not on our side, not one of them. So what makes you think that they won't, share this with, others, other data brokers, right? The NPD states it sells data to human resources and staffing agencies. I didn't even read that line yet, but exactly such. If NPD is regularly selling background check data to employers, it should already be complying with the FCRA and the safeguard rules. The CFPB proposal to regulate the data brokers will put an end to the companies that hedge and dodge coverage under the FCRA. It will ensure a level of playing field for background check companies that do follow the law and also promote the security, the privacy, and the accuracy of our personal information. This is what it's about at the end of the day: security, privacy, and accuracy of our personal information. Right? When we talk about public and private, we all have the ability to operate in either or capacity, but as a natural person, once again, we have the ability to operate in privacy and in the private, in private property, private, the list goes on, right? Flying private, it's completely different. Public, flights are completely different than private flights. You can fly with a firearm on a private flight, but you cannot fly with with a firearm, on a public, flight. And there's like TSA and the whole nine, and all of that's a part of the public, right? And the private, there's none of that. There's no TSA. You can go, you know, with whatever you please on a private flight. And then I've been on one myself. I'll drop some reels and stuff for y'all. I actually just found my little hard drive. Let me show y'all my little treasure box. This is literally a treasure chest full of SD cards, all my content from my travels and stuff. Let me show y'all, man. If I'm lying, I'm flying. SD cards everywhere, man. So I got that from last year, so I'll show y'all. And that was my first time flying private, and it was completely different than the public, man. In light of the identity theft risk posed by the NPD, a security freeze on the reports at the big three bureaus, which prevents the credit bureaus from releasing these reports for credit. I don't recommend you guys freeze anything. I personally don't. Unless you think you are going to apply for a credit or an apartment in the near future, it, the safest option to prevent identity theft, blah, blah, blah. I wouldn't recommend this part personally. I would do exactly what I'm about to talk about next, and that's going to be pooling, not the CSV, the PDF. All right, that's going to be pulling a list of these reporting agencies. So, one, I've gone through and done so myself. Um, I was just doing that today, and I just sent them off today from certain reporting agencies. Previously, y'all know, if y'all have been tuning in for some time, had my car repossessed about 3 years ago, and that led to the charge off account being reported, the repossession being reported. And the thing is, I've been had it removed from Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion, but it could still be reporting on these other reporting agencies as well too. So I wanted to make sure that we pull them, get them removed from all of these data furnishing companies, because at the end of the day, none of them should be furnishing it. And for them furnishing it, I made sure to go get my remedy first time. We're going to definitely be getting it on the back end as well too from these other reporting agencies when I get these reports, if they are reporting things as such. So if you guys do have like a repossession, drop a repo in the chat box. Drop repo, drop eviction, drop charge off. If you guys have either one of those, collection account, I'm going to show you guys how as well too, and where to file a complaint. And this is something I haven't shared at all here on my YouTube, on Facebook. I haven't shared at all. Let's make sure to get the likes up as well too for everybody streaming in. If you guys are just streaming in, let's make sure to like. If you guys have anything you guys are seeking, any questions, make sure to comment in the chat box as well too. I'm here for all of you guys to give game and provide clarity for each and every single one of you guys. And make sure you guys subscribe and hit that notification bell down below as well too. If you guys are tuning in here on the YouTube, if not, check out our YouTube channel. We got tons and tons of value here on our YouTube. But if you guys are being denied employment Y'all can come here and check employment. Or I talked earlier about, many people have had or heard of individuals out there that tell you that they can run or can run a bank play, and they run, and get your bank over, withdrew, but then they, like, I don't even know how all that shit works, but they get like, 20,000 whatever they can do and get from your bank. And if it's a bigger bank, they can get more money, right? These scammers out here that, be scamming. So what it doesn't affect Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion, but there's a reporting agency called Check System, which when you go to open up a bank account, Check System is still reporting and furnishing this information. So yes, it's not reporting on your credit report, but it's still showing on Check System. So when you go to open up a checking account, they're gonna see that last bank that you had, a play was ran. $20,000 is still owed to that bank. Yes, it's closed. You don't have it. You haven't heard from them anymore. Maybe have been some years. Okay, that's cool. That's fine. But you can still have a hard time opening up these accounts. Now you got to go to, the, smaller banks that are going to be, that aren't, the banks of your choosing. So, yeah, check system is just one. I'm going to show you guys a couple other ones as well too here. But it all depends really what, you guys know at the end of the day, maybe rent, if you guys have been evicted, we can come here to rent. If you guys have ever previously been late, on any of your rental history, anything with any landlords, apartment complexes, they'll report all this to these different reporting agencies. So I do highly recommend, if you've had an eviction, to pull these reporting agencies, to pull a micro bill, to pull, a teletrack, to pull, your Sage Stream consumer report. Rather than freezing them, let's pull them and let's actually see what's being reported on them. And furthermore, to show that none of this information can be verified or validated, a phone number, right? How can they tell whether or not you've had that phone number? How can they tell whether or not you've lived at that address? Were they there? Did they pull up to your address? Did they pull up, there at your house to see whether or not you've lived there? Or there's no way of them verifying. How do you not know that it was a hacker and that my identity wasn't stolen? There's no way of them knowing such, right? So we went through this article. I'm gonna show you guys some more things with that here in a second. But I want y'all all, if you guys are part of YBC University, I'm gonna go ahead and drop this here in our chat box that we have our Telegram for everybody in the Telegram for YBC University. So I'll just drop that PDF for everybody in the Telegram. If you guys are in the university but you are not in the Telegram, make sure to reach out to me. If you guys are not in YBIS University, just because of this Social Security breach, what I'll do for the next 10 people that message me, I'll give you guys 20% off. I'll give you guys a 20% off code for YBIS University. And it's only $97. So y'all can get it for $77 and learn how to do all of this information that I'm talking about, pull these reports, get that, this exact link, that I'm showing you guys right here. So let's go ahead. Luvana. That's cool. So if I ever want to go live with anybody, I can add them right here. That's fire. So, all my people that are getting testimonies and stuff, y'all let me know, man. We can have y'all here. I got my guy Luvana tuned in to to StreamYard, and we can stream in together, which would be great. So right now we're just covering some things that are pretty vital. So I'm gonna show you guys this next, but before I do, I'm not get ahead of myself. All right, let's finish reading through this article, right? Or we haven't read through it. So, blah, blah. A consumer data broker that recently spilled hundreds of millions of Americans' social security number, addresses, and phone numbers online. Krebs on Security has learned that another NPD data broker, which shares access to the same consumer records, inadvertently published the passwords to its backend database in a file that was freely available from its homepage until today. Let's see. Saying it dates back to a security incident in December of 2023. So this is something from last year in an interview last week. Let's see. A review. So yeah, it's basically just reiterating what we know. But that last article that we just read, I don't know why I closed out on it. I'm gonna need that one again soon. All right, I'll go to it soon, anyways. But so what I want y'all to do, if y'all have, so drop a three, drop another three in the chat box if you've ever dealt with or know somebody that has an eviction, a charge off, a repossession, or a collection account on their consumer report. Drop a three in the chat box. I know at least one of y'all has or knows somebody that has one of those accounts on their report. Peace and love to everybody tuning in. See 10 more people just streamed in here. Make sure to get the likes up if you guys are just streaming in so more people can get tuned in to this information. So Mr. Prophet, my God, Mr. Prophet, peace and love, peace and love. Also as well too, y'all, we going on tour, man. Let me give a quick commercial break. We're going on tour this September and October. Let me show you guys the dates real quick. Where is she at? Flyer just dropped. Y'all can check it out on the YouTube, on Instagram. But we will be just about in a lot of cities. I was gonna say every city, but I'd be lying to say that. We're gonna be in a lot of cities. I haven't even counted. These were just the main ones that I heard back from. So check it. If your city's here, make sure you there, man. We got Spokane, right? Ain't nobody know about Spokane. We got Seattle. We got Mississippi. We got Portland. We got Tennessee. We got Arkansas. We got Alabama, Atlanta, New Orleans. We got Orlando, Tampa Bay, Miami, Dallas, Houston, Vegas, LA. We're going to be in the Northern Cal, the Bay Area, Albuquerque area, Philly. We're going to be in Jersey. We're going to be in Maryland, near the tri-state area. We're going to be in North Carolina. We're going to be in Virginia. We're going to be in New York. So if you're in any of those cities or in a city nearby, make sure to reach out to us and make sure to text us Wi-Fi Money Remedy. And y'all can text us, at 305-575-2843. I did the FTC and CFPB. Some stuff came back verified. All right, that's perfect. My guy, Mr. Profits in North Carolina. Perfect. Make sure to reach out to us. Let us know where at specifically in North Carolina. I'm thinking about being, I'm seeing where I got more people in North Carolina. So far, more like in the Raleigh area. I don't know if I'm saying it right, but y'all know what I mean. All right. So if you did the FTC, some stuff came back verified. I almost actually forgot to cover this with y'all. Let me show y'all this. So this is what I drafted up earlier. Let me show y'all this first. So this is what my client just sent me earlier today. So this is one of the accounts. It says from their report from TransUnion. So it says verified and no change is needed. All right, this wasn't the one. My fault. Y'all are like, huh? All right, they didn't send that picture. Okay, yeah, here it is. I'm like, yo, what? I could have sworn. So it says disputed information updated and other information updated. A change was made to the items. So they were reporting late payments. We got the late payments removed for this client. So like I said, right now, a lot of people have been getting deletions because of this data breach that's taking place, right? Deletion is admission to violating federal law, they said. And then right here, though, they did say, so like you just seen, there's some that are verified and validated. So I'm going to show you guys a letter that I drafted up for my client today. So they showed right here how there's inaccuracies on the report. Right? They say 120 days 1 month and 120 days the next month as well too. How can it be late back-to-back months, 120 days? That should be and reflect as 150. As you see the months before, 30, 60, 90, 120, 120 again, following the same following month. So that right there is an inaccuracy and can get you guys deletions from your guys' consumer reports within itself. So it states right here, inaccurate reporting. One cannot be late 120 days back to back. Exactly, what we stated. So, that's an inaccuracy right there, right? And many of you guys and all of you guys have inaccuracies on one's consumer report, right? So I'm going to show you guys how now I wouldn't freeze the secondaries, Mr. Profit. We were just talking about that earlier. Rewatch is live as well too. I'm going to be done here pretty soon so that you guys aren't here for too long. But definitely rewatch it. As I'd state, I don't recommend freezing it. And we just read through a great article as well too. So let's show you guys what I drafted up earlier today. So for that, came here to ChatGPT and I told them to draft me up a pre-arbitration letter for TransUnion as they're reporting a couple accounts that I've already disputed and spotted many inaccuracies. First, they are still reporting late payments with Atlantic Capital self-lender, and I demand them to show proof that I was late, right? You want to demand them to show proof, right? There's no way of them showing proof that one was late. And in pursuant to Richardson v. Fleet Bank of Massachusetts, 190 F, right, Sup 2D81 D, Massachusetts, 2001, I request that you provide me with your internal records proving that the payment was actually late. Please note that mere statements are not sufficient evidence of this claim. I expect you to furnish verifiable records that substantiate your allegation. Then further put they're reporting 2 charge-offs with money line. So this is what I drafted up, and I'm going to show you guys what ChatGPT drafted up for me as well too, for this client right here. So, and they're reporting 2 charge-offs, money line, and Wells Fargo. So I addressed the late payment first, and then now I'm addressing the charge-off, and this is going to TransUnion. First, the Wells Fargo companies report inaccurate information. Along with money line, they changed information on my consumer report. So on the money line, when they changed the information, so from the initial reporting of the account, it should have been investigated and reflected accurately. So therefore, there should be nothing to change if it is reflecting as accurately. And if it's reporting, and if anything is reported, the moment upon it being reported, before it's reported, it should be investigated, and everything should report accurately. Right, that's why they talk about in the FCRA what I just showed you guys. Right, take you guys right back here. That's why the definition section is simple. We talked about permissible purpose, earlier as well too in that article that was brought up. Never even read that article. It was just released yesterday. Now we talk about right here fairness and accuracy of credit reporting. Right, so let's take you guys back here. Where were we? ChatGPT. What do you recommend for charge-offs? So this is exactly what we're going over today. And I'm going to give you guys one more thing to go over today as well too. So this is a charge-off with the Wells Fargo and the money line. So you can state and get a copy of your consumer report. Once you get that copy of your consumer report, spot some inaccuracies. Whether it's the date open, whether it's something that's reflecting different on Equifax, Experian, or TransUnion. You tell me what's inaccurate. You spot it once you see what's on your consumer report. If you don't have an official copy of your consumer report, you can come here to annualcreditreport.com and you can get one for absolutely free directly from Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion for free. All right, so make sure let's get these likes up. Let's get these likes up so more people can get in tune with this live. So I had it, I had them properly validate the debt, 692G, etc. Mention out some of the fees and the damages that have taken place, etc. So this is what it drafted me up about the late payments, about the charge-offs. Right, didn't really even have to throw out any laws with the charge-offs. I did mention 692G and they properly validate the debt. And then mention the fees, compensation. This is where they're going to And y'all will see as well too with this client, the check that they're gonna be getting. And I just showed you guys how in 2017 Equifax paid out hundreds of millions of dollars for consumers data breach, consumers data being breached. So right now, with billions of consumers data being breached, somebody's gonna have to pay up. And we seen that article that they wrote out yesterday. These data brokers are definitely gonna be having to pay up. All right, so we're gonna see, and it's gonna come to light very soon. And it could even be a whole reset, of the credit system as a whole. So this is a letter that I did draft up earlier. What is this? All right, what I use ChatGPT for as a whole as well too. Y'all see this description down below. YouTube description. Bow. All right, so think smarter, not harder, man. Let me show y'all this though. FDIC consumer complaint. So my guy right here, what do you recommend for charge-offs? I recommend you come here to the FDIC, and I recommend you file a consumer complaint through the FDIC. So we're gonna come here. Let's make that bigger. So I'm gonna get a background for y'all and stuff. It's gonna look a lot better. Bear with me. We just getting on this streaming platform. So when we come into the FDIC, who are you? Are you a banker? No, you're not a banker. Are you a consumer? Yes, you're a consumer. Are you a small business owner? You may be, and you may be affected from these banks as such, and you can file a report as such as well. But in this instance, we're a consumer, and we want to submit a complaint against a bank. So we're going to come here and submit a complaint against this bank. We're going to put in our personal information, and then we're going to put in the banking information, just like we do with all of the complaints with the with the FTC, with the CFPB, with the OCC. Now, what we're going to do a little bit different, just like they, ask for our social security numbers. What we're going to do is we're going to go out and we're going to get their EIN numbers, and we're going to add this here to the description and the nature. And we're going to make sure to include these banks' EIN, as is no different than our social security number. So we're going to make sure to include that within here in the description. And then, you guys can explain and watch my teachings, go through all of the videos and use these sub chapters that I teach you guys, right? The big three. If we come here to Title 15, and the type of game I'm sharing with y'all, man, can and has helped many people go out and start businesses. It was actually a great conversation that I had with one of my previous teammates earlier today, who's gone out and started and started to help other individuals with their credit as well too, which I love to see. And what I want to see more of is you guys going out and helping other people with this information, because this information truly is life changing. I've seen it firsthand, with being able to help individuals within my own family remove debts that they didn't know how they were going to pay off, but now they don't even think about these debts because there's nothing reporting as such. All right, so I need you guys to really get in tune with truth and lending, get in tune with the FCRA, get in tune with the FDCPA. Earlier today, we talked about the Equal Credit Opportunity, or the Graham-Leach-Bailey Act as well too, as its protection of non-public information. Right now, we're talking about everyone's social security number is being stolen. All right, well, you see that all throughout the news. And then we got a chapter that governs protection of non-public personal information, and how financial institutions are obligated to respect the privacy of its consumers and to protect the security and the confidentiality of those consumers. Drop a one in the chat box if y'all with me. If this is making sense, drop a fire emoji. If y'all gain any type of value, drop a heart in the chat box. If y'all are loving this content, this value, definitely have came here to, and that FDIC, man, is going to change the game. I think my guy Lou's tuned in, man. If you tune in, Lou, you know, it's gonna be a game changer, man. So I'm about to drop a video and give you guys a description of what to include within that FDIC report to help you guys with the collections and the charge off removal. And that'll be uploaded just specifically to the YBS University. So I told you guys, that YBS University is put together to show you guys how to get remedy. I'll show you guys everything on how to get the deletions. I want to make sure and there's a method to my madness with getting the remedy. And there's one thing to get it deleted, but it's a whole other thing to get remedy and paid for it as well. And so that's why we put together the university so that you guys can go in there and get the step by step on getting remedy, because there's lots of stuff out there and a lot of teachings out there, and I don't want to be construed with any of those teachings. So that's why we got the university put together. So once again, the next 10 individuals that text our number will get 20% off of the university, if you guys get plugged in, as one of those first 10 individuals. So coming here, once again, innocent, and now that I can use the FDIC to my advantage, y'all better tonight go file an FDIC complaint. Right, tonight, me myself, I'm gonna be filing some more complaints here, for some of my clients. So yeah, let's make sure we take action. This was a live where we definitely dropped tons of value. But if y'all think this was anything, wait till we in person and wait till we're on tour in your guys' city. So let's get to it. When you come into New York City, I gotta come meet you. Well, definitely, bro. I mean, you'll definitely, if you make it to the event, I would love to connect with you, love to build, and yeah, I'm definitely open to it, brother. So looking forward to it, and just seeing how we can build and just continue to help the people. That's what it's about at the end of the day. So if you know anybody in the city, bring them out. Let's bring the whole city out, man. I'm looking to really have a great, outcome. Yeah, North Carolina. So let me know where at specifically in North Carolina. Just text our number, the Wi-Fi Money Remedy. I'm dropping that number in here for y'all one more time. 305-575-2843. So there y'all go. There's my number. Y'all can reach out to me through there. For in Charlotte. Okay. There's a good amount of people in the Charlotte area as well too. So we'll see. We'll see whether we hit Charlotte or Raleigh. What day/month are you coming? So check out the flyer. Check out the flyer. Y'all could check out my Instagram at Credit Gotti for this flyer. Let me check Instagram. We're live here on Instagram too. I forget I don't get the comments. Yo. Y'all been asking here on the gram, but I ain't even see. So my guy Crediola, big dog, was good, King. Peace and love, peace and love. Proud of you, King. Keep up the great work, beloved. Likewise, my guy Crediola. Been following you for some time, bro, and I love what you're doing. Freeman Monis, if I want to open a compound interest account, where should I go? I personally am not too sure with the compound interest account, brother. Man, I'm gonna come to the event in Arkansas. Let's make that happen, Zoe. Oh yeah, my guy is Zoe Awaken, man. Come on. We definitely got to tap in, bro. Let's see. Appreciate the knowledge. Always, Zay. It's love, bro. It's love. Yeah, good outcome, on the gram. I didn't even see these comments on the gram. What doesn't matter what city, I'll make it. Perfect, bro. We're gonna be there. We're gonna be in Virginia, I believe, too. So we're gonna be, just all up and down the East Coast, Midwest, West Coast, Northeast, So if I missed any cities, and y'all can bring out at least 10 people, I'll add that to the venue, man. If y'all can help put together a venue, we'll make it happen. If y'all could help put together a venue and y'all can get 10 people to that venue, I'll add that to the tour list. So Georgia, we're gonna be in Atlanta. We're gonna be in the Atlanta area. So we got Atlanta coming. Let's see. Atlanta's gonna be September 20th. So real soon. And then the 22nd will be in New Orleans. So we definitely gonna be down south as well. Along the East Coast and then down south as well. All right, family, let's make it happen. Appreciate y'all tuning in. This was definitely a great live. I feel one of our, more insightful lives. I've been, holding out on y'all for the past week for, a reason. And I wanted y'all to go through the previous lives, the previous videos, previous teachings. I'll tell you guys this much as well, too, here on this live, the streaming platform. It allows me to break down, my food. It allows me to break down different shorts and stuff. So I'm going to be providing an overload of shorts from these lives on my YouTube channel and through the shorts, and then also on Instagram Reels, etc. So y'all going to be able to get this short content and value in short content as well too. Yeah, the FDIC sauce, man, is different. Make sure to add that EIN number though. Once you add that EIN number, man, it's a whole new ball game. You definitely lost the sauce right there within the FDIC complaint. So let's get it, y'all. Let's stay blessed. Let's get some more of these, some more rings, right? A little throwback, 3-time state champ, back in the day. We've been winning, man. We've been winning at this life thing. It's just now we're doing it in a different, in a different light, but it ain't nothing new. So, in order to win, though, you got to have a team around you. And so you got to have, a group of individuals that are hungry, So I'm looking forward to seeing y'all in person and, meeting everybody and providing more value for you guys in person. If y'all think anything on the internet, is some good value, just wait, for what we got coming in person. Yeah, FDIC instead of the FTC. My God, Lou. Yeah, bro, let's go live whenever. You tune into the mentorship, you locked in, bro. So whatever you want to do, whenever you want to do it, you let me know, bro. I'm here at your service, bro, Lou. So you let me know, family. We gonna make it, bro. I'm looking into private banking for sure. Let's make it happen, family. So y'all stay blessed. Go through this live stream, share this live stream, get the likes up on this live stream. If you guys learned anything on this live stream, make sure to drop a like as well too. Peace and love.